Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's not like some agenda narrative driven thing that I'm seeing an issue with. It's the fact that these people are so lazy where it's like, okay, sure, I know we just did this thing, but what if we did it again? And then the boardroom is just like you say, the editors are just genius move, dude. This is going to go over great. Did it go over great the last 2 times? No. But what if it did this time? And it's the same with Indiana Jones. It's the exact same thing as Han Solo. It's crazy.
Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny just came out, and for some reason, we get another same old same example of this washed up old man, mad at the world, failure father. I'm starting to think like Lucasfilm, they have so many like self inserts. I'm wondering if they have daddy issues too, because every father they have since they've bought Lucasfilm, Disney has put these horrible fathers into these movies. I'm like, what's going on here? There has to be a big daddy issue going on over there,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of suspicious. Like every single dad or father figure, old man. Yep, here's the big three. Every single one of them is just like, oh, I can't handle my emotions. I need to go out and I don't even know, like destroy everything that I've built up in my life. And for some reason too, this is a minor point, whatever, but there's always like their strong female counterpart is just perfect in every way and like keeping everything together or whatever. And it kind of becomes inconsequential in the end, but it's just strange that they go this route every single time. I'm not saying that they need to make the woman this, but why not just not retread the same ground again and again? You know, it's crazy.
Right.
Han Solo, it's exactly the same as Indiana Jones for the most part. He's a failure. He failed his son. His fell into the dark side. And instead of trying to reconcile it, and we kind of thought he was a strong dude back in the original trilogy, and Solo, the Star Wars story, that didn't help either, because that kind of made him out to be like a good dude from the beginning, like morally sound and willing to do what it takes. But no, instead they like reverted the reversion, which is, it's just another level of stupidity, I think. But yeah, he's totally incompetent. He's sacrifices himself where it didn't need to be sacrificed. He got killed by the son that he abandoned, and he ended up making a daughter along the way, or whatever you want to say. And then that's where Luke comes in, because he's the pseudo father figure to Rey. They did know each other for a whole like 7 days after all. But they made him some like island dwelling pervert who jerks off these like nipple creatures. He doesn't
liked it. So I don't know if he got a say.
I don't know. I think he like locked that thing up so it was all atrophied and skinny arm and it can't move anymore. It's like his little breeding cow. But he didn't need that milk. He has fish available to him. What does he need the milk for? It clearly doesn't even taste good. It's a fetish. Okay, it's a fetish.
He has nipples, so I mean, come on. Milk yourself there, Luke Skywalker.
He can milk himself. It probably tastes a lot better.
But the writers behind all of this, right? It's not like there's one writer at Lucasfilm that keeps making the same one over and over again, right? I understand that. That's not like there's one agenda being pushed at Lucasfilm. However, it's just funny that whoever is the person that signs off on this, they're just totally okay with, oh, so we're doing this again? Yeah, cool.
Yes,
deconstructing this cool father. Well, sounds good to me. Whoever the editorial person is in this all, they're responsible for this. I understand if we get like 10 writers and each one, whenever they write a script for some reason, I mean that's something you want to talk about societally. We need to talk about why everyone wants to go to this archetype, but the editor should be saying we've had enough. We need another flavor to this.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's not like some agenda narrative driven thing that I'm seeing an issue with. It's the fact that these people are so lazy where it's like, okay, sure, I know we just did this thing, but what if we did it again? And then the boardroom is just like you say, the editors are just genius move, dude. This is going to go over great. Did it go over great the last 2 times? No. But what if it did this time? And it's the same with Indiana Jones. It's the exact same thing as Han Solo. It's crazy.
And it's weird because we're not saying we need perfect dads in these movies. Like, far from it. Like, our favorite movie of all time is The Last Crusade, and Henry Sr. is a flawed father. He's not a good dad, but he is a good man at the end of the day, and he learns to be a better dad by the end of it. But he's not a failure by any points. He's just, life has happened, and he's kind of failed his son a little bit. But there's no, like, each one of these individuals here that we're showing, they, potentially spoilers for Indiana Jones 5. They're not able to make back up whatever they failed in life and really even redeem it. Like there's no like nice conclusion to Han Solo's story, because Rise of Skywalker, fuck his appearance in Rise of Skywalker, dude.
So it's not real. He is not a Force ghost.
Right, he's not real. Luke comes in and just does the dumbest interaction with Kylo Ren and kills himself.
Dude, he jingles his little golden dice balls around, flaunts them, and then dies. And for some reason, he takes the appearance of like a slightly younger but still really old man. It's
Kind
kind
of.
of a weird flex.
It is a weird flex. But Steven Spielberg had daddy issues. There's a movie called The Fablemans, which is basically just an autobiography about his life as a filmmaker and his dad not really respecting his profession, divorcing Spielberg's mom, and not really having really
Hmm.
broken relationship with Steven for like 20 years or so afterwards.
Wow.
Leave a comment down below if I'm incorrect on this, but in Last Crusade, he
Yes.
has a bad dad in there that fails Indy in life, but then by the end of it is a redeeming dad, and he like dives himself into his own work, which is very close relation, or what do you want to say? I think it's not even really an allegory because it's Spielberg didn't write it, but he directed it and kind of could put himself in that shoe in the shoes of Indy, and they did. But they at the end of the day, this is the biggest point here. Henry Sr. wasn't a loser. He was a
No,
bad
he
dad,
was he wasn't a
but he's
loser.
yes.
And what he did didn't wreck anything, actually. Like his research and his work ended up paving the way to success. I think, unlike everything here, like I guess you could say the Millennium Falcon, paved the way to some form of success for them, but that's just a ship at the end of the day. Indiana Jones, like he was helpful in the fifth movie. Spoiler alert, for everyone who didn't see it. But the daughter, the goddaughter in the movie, which is why Indy is the father figure that we're talking about here, she knew everything as well, like at this exact same time as him. So it wasn't necessarily that she knew more than him or was emasculating him, but she was just there as well. So it was kind of unnecessary for him to be there. And obviously with Luke, he didn't even bother going to the scene to fight anybody. He was like a incorporeal or non-corporeal. What do you want to say? Like a specter there. He wasn't even a
Yes.
physical form. So it's like none of these guys accomplished anything. The Last Crusade, there's nothing wrong with self inserts when done correctly. Me and Don
Yeah.
talk about this all the time. That father son role, even though me and Don, we didn't have bad dads at all. We know each other's dads, and they're actually good dads. But we still relate to that father son story in The Last Crusade. Like, it's hilarious. That scene on the blimp. Oh, it's just done so well. Bottom line, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And Lucasfilm just keeps on doing it wrong. Another example, even from Indy 5, Helena, who's like the goddaughter figure, her own dad in the movie who dies, spoiler alert, like I said before, at some point off screen, he kind of devolved into being a bad dad too because he became obsessed with this dial or whatever, this Archimedes
Yes.
dial. And he just kind of devolved into insanity. And so she looked up to Indy in that youth. And we find that out later, like, you were supposed to take care of me, that kind of thing. It was brief, but we figured it out. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. They don't know how to do it. And I don't know why they keep not knowing how to do it. I'm not saying that they need to strive for perfection on this thing. Just move to a new topic, dude. It's not their forte.
They have daddy issues. Someone needs to go over there and just be a good daddy to everybody there at
Yes,
Lucasfilm.
give him a spanking, just like my good dad did.
And if you haven't seen Indiana Jones 5, whose his name's in it?
Antonio
Okay, hold on.
Banderas.
No. And if you haven't seen it, Indiana Jones 5 has the best daddy from Star Wars we've seen from Lucasfilm, which is Galen Erso. Yeah, right. Galen Erso, right?
Yeah,
That's
Galen
Mads
Erso,
Mikkelsen's-
Jen Erso's
yeah.
dad.
Yeah, Mads
MM,
Mikkelsen.
baby.
Dude, Mads Mikkelsen, dude, best part of it.
Five
He
head
could
to
be
the
my dad.
stars. Yeah, me too.
He's my daddy. All right, well, let us know who you think, or let us know what you think of the daddy issues there at Lucasfilm. Smash the like button down below, like I don't know, like what, like Indiana Jones,
like Luke's smacking his meat to that utter monster every day, or not even his own meat. He's probably smacking that thing with his meat. Ray was looking, so he didn't do it at the time. That's why he was so angry.
Smash it like that, and leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.